same old devil down the same old dead-end highway. Riding that storm running through my veins like a shot down tailspin airplane. I'm scared of nothing and I'm scared to death. I can't breathe and I catch my breath, but I keep chasing that same old devil down the same old dead-end highway. Ain't no love in Oklahoma, just a whistle of a long black train.
It's the end of the season here in Ohio. The weather's changing and it's getting cool, and we're headed to Plates and 28s, an event put on by Old Man's Garage and Street Racing Channel. They have a gear bangers class just for us stick shift guys. So I'm looking forward to doing some stick shift shit with stick shift friends. One more time here in 2024 before we put the car away. So we're about 10 minutes from the track, and I stopped to grab some coffee. And it's a really nice night out. So just to give you an idea, a little bit of overcast, but it's like literally 75 degrees, and it's a lot different than it was up in Northeast Ohio. It's supposed to drop a little bit tonight, but it's going to be pretty fire all weekend long. So I've never ate at Cane's before. Heard it was pretty good. Guess we'll find out for ourselves. So we started headed towards Edgewater track. There's a little bit of a test and tune tonight, a burnout contest that actually you could win like $2,000. And there was a lifted and lowered trucks. So this event had a little bit for pretty much all the genres, not including the classes that were racing. It's definitely going to be a fun event. Has a little drag and drive in it too. It was raining earlier. This is Zach, my man Zach.
What's up, man? What's up, guys?
But we're going to get the four-wheeler out, go check out some tech. This place is absolutely packed. Like, I asked the lady that gave me the tech card, and she's like, it hasn't been like this all year. So this is going to be one crazy event. I mean, just full of a bunch of cool shit to do. So we dropped the trailer next to our buddies at Hand the Motorsports. Got a chance to hang out with some of my friends I don't get a chance to much all year long. As you can see, this track looked really good. There's going to be some good PBs this weekend for everybody. So we decided to make a test pass on Friday to check out the track. We didn't run a personal best, but we definitely ran pretty well. We'll go back to the trailer and get ready for tomorrow. Yeah, this place is an absolute zoo. I'm sitting here with my man, Andrew Hanlon. It's about 9 o'clock. We're going to probably get rid of the trailer for the night and go get a hotel. All right, so we decided to jump in the tech line so we didn't have to do this in the morning. We can get it done, get it over with, so we can just spend the day kind of just filming and having a good time. While we were waiting for tech, we got a chance to wish our boy Chris Lane a happy birthday and shoot the shit for a minute. We got a chance before we left to check out a couple stick shift cars in the class. This is Tony Politano in the White Cracker and Joe Simbita in Cornhook. Okay, we're on day 2 of the Plates and 28s event. We stayed over here at the Hilton Garden Inn. We actually had to travel to like Kentucky to get any sort of hotel room. I mean, this was part of the plan, and I had decided that instead of driving on Saturday and then racing all day, I'd get a little bit of sleep the night before, and then I'll probably just sleep in my truck tonight. We'll see. Let's head over to the event. They're about to leave for the what would be the drag and drive, like 2 or 3 hour run. So we got some time before we have to worry about it. So we'll be able to go over there and hang out with some of our stick shift friends and enjoy the venue for a little bit. It's always nice to show up to the track and it's sunny as hell, beautiful day, and find some headers sitting here on the ground. I think these are the ones that I bought from Tony. That's pretty nice little pieces right there. Well, I got this hitter right here. Look at this. Mike Niehaus in the house. He pops up. Good morning. Oh boy. This should be fun. It's gonna be a great, the track's pretty nice, to be honest with you. What you putting in here, bro?
Alcohol. Nitro.
Methanol. All right, we saved some Ignite Red from earlier in the year. We're gonna go ahead and put it in today. We're gonna get a one pass testing to and to see if we can't get this car to hook up tonight in this track and see if my shock settings were correct. So we got AV boys in the house.
What's up?
We're in here testing. This is the test lane. Gear bangers should be more than that, but I think there's probably hopefully there's 16 or 20 in here. This is the new motor. These are those new Trickflow 227s. This motor made insane amount of power on the engine dyno. He's gonna be talking about that in his upcoming videos. Street car, small car. Street car. This event had a little bit of something for pretty much everybody. Friday night was a burnout contest for money. There was a lifted and lowered truck event for a trophy. On Saturday, there was 3 featured classes that were street classes that had to go on a 3-hour drag and drive. Nostalgia Street, Modern Street, and Retro Street. On top of that, you had a 650 index, you had an 1150 index, and a 13.0 index. With the Gear Bangers class, that was stick shift, and then you had your plates and 28s class, which pretty much featured your big hitter small tire cars. Super nice to bring all the genres together and have one hell of an event at the end of the year. So we got to make one test pass on Saturday about 1 o'clock, and here's how it went. So we didn't do too bad. We had a pretty good ticket. I got up there, I'm like, are we doing sportsmanship or 400? And then I'm like, all right, well, we'll just make sure we get through the light. Did a 581 at 120 with a 131.60, which has a little bit of room in there. But again, we weren't really trying to cut a light, but we're not really worried about it with the power. So we're gonna go nut bolt check it real quick and make sure we're ready to go some rounds. You know, stick shift is tough on these parts that we have in these cars. We decided to head over and lend a hand to Tony as White Cracker ended up having a bad U-joint on that pass. So hopefully we can fix it for the next round. So after a couple hours, we headed up to the driver meeting. We weren't quite sure how many stick shift cars were in the class, but we had heard there was around 18 or 19, which is really good for a stick shift. So we got our ladder. So we're doing a ladder for the stick shift. So I'll go ahead and put that on the video. But we got John Kinter in the house, the legend himself. We got Mike Niehaus, we got Chris Wise, got Joe Sambita. Tim, not Castro. Not Castro. Casto. Okay, so we're in the lane for all the gear bangers. There was actually 18 of them total, as you've seen on the list. So we're in the comp by because unfortunately our buddy Tony ended up breaking his transmission. So it's going to be a pretty interesting field. So after the first round, we had a comp by. Come to find out that our buddy Joe broke his car as well, which I believe we had in the next round.
Not happening.
He was on a lick. That was a 5-second pass.
Yeah.
A comp by is a competition by. The person you're racing in the next round broke in the previous round. Whether drawn by or comp by, it's a tough way to race because it kind of throws you out of your groove. This is a ladder, not a chip draw. So there's going to be a number of buys regardless. Not really the way I want to race, but again, it ain't nobody's fault. So the track decided at 9 o'clock that they were just going to run their index out because there was like 130 cars that were in index. And they were going to finish the other street classes and the gear bangers with the small tire class the next day on Sunday, where they can prep the track a little bit better and be a little bit more safe. There was over 230 cars at this event, so it would have been tough to get this in 2 days regardless. We got an overwhelming response of racers yesterday. not all the classes got through it, but you know, what a hell of a show. I mean, just people everywhere. The whole racetrack was packed from the top to the bottom. Gates open about 10. It's about 9:30 right now. Gates open at 10. We're gonna get there. Track's hot at 11. Got a nice little run order with the street classes. But there'll be some fast racing today. It's gonna be a beautiful day. It's gonna be about 65 degrees. Not gonna be very warm, but as long as that sun's out, the track will be nice. All right, so we're made it to the track. Still a lot of people here. Like, we're gonna get the car out. We're gonna actually get up on the pavement and flip the slicks and better traction. Hopefully we go a couple more rounds. And so you gotta love that fall weather. It's got all that Ignite Red in it. It just did not want to start this morning. We'll get it warmed up and get it cleaned out. You know, we got a couple big races that get into the finals and win some money, so when it's cold out, and I've been running it for about 10 minutes, and it's only like 90 degrees on the CTS, which is crazy. All right, so we're in round 2. Chris Wise in the house. We got a handful of other ones, so, okay.
We also have a question on the withdrawal, so we'll ask that, make sure that's good.
Okay.
You two go ahead and pull up, single file behind him.
Okay. So after a few classes and a round went down the track was ready for some racing. We ended up drawing our buddy Mike Niehaus in what would be the semifinals on our side of the ladder. Again, this wasn't chip draw, this is ladder style. So after getting the car warmed up, we headed back to the pits to get ready for the race. I got the man and the legend.
Oh shit. I'm not the stick banger, I'm a stick breaker.
Yeah. So what happened this weekend, Tony?
Was making some good passes on the motor, and then went to go to the first round of like testing for the stick class. Broke my U-joint, and then it broke something in the trans. I don't know if it's bad or good, or nothing's good when it's broke, but there's no first or reverse, so hopefully it's not terrible.
Damn. Yeah, we were testing yesterday, and Tony had that thing. I mean, the night before at Friday, that thing went up on a couple feet in the air almost.
Yeah, it was good.
That's probably where that old U-joint's like, I gotta,
Yeah,
I gotta exit.
yeah, I don't want to be part of that anymore.
But it's always good doing stick shift shit with stick shift friends, and he's out here banging gear, or actually you're out here with the 650 stuff on the
Yeah.
do a little test and tune.
Yeah, I did. After I got eliminated, well, I was driving 2 cars anyways, Billy 55, but it was fun to go a couple rounds in 650 just to drive something, and then now I'm testing today. It's day Sunday.
Have a little fun before you head back.
Exactly.
All right, getting close towards the end. Got about 5 cars left, and then this old guy, this old cowboy showed up. Brother, you got one of the baddest ass sticks cars on the planet, brother. I'll tell you that.
No, we'll just get lucky from
Mike
time to
McCoy. We're waiting on Mike Niehaus, and I ain't doing that combine shit again. He gonna have to figure it out some way. We should go down to 3 cars after this, which will be close to the semis and the finals. Somebody's gonna get a buy into the finals at the top of the bracket. So it'll probably either be Chris Wise or Mike McCoy or Mike Birch. So I'll have to race Niehaus and get him ready. Definitely did not have a good pass that we had intended. Put a little more boost, put a little more timing in it, broke the car. Well, we didn't know we broke the car until we got home. Mike Niehaus was definitely on a pass, ran a really good 8th mile. Congratulations to him racing Mike McCoy in the finals. I'm unsure if I broke it on this pass or not. It was steering a little funny, definitely dangerous, and we caught it early. Nonetheless, that's stick shift racing, and that's just the way it is. Old Niehaus, where's your ticket at? Let's show it off.
I don't hide anything.
Woo, 131, brother. Good job. But that's racing. I'm not mad at him. I'm proud of him. He gets to go to the finals.
Yeah, I got a buy to the final.
Yeah, because Chris Wise has to race McCoy to go to the finals to race you. No, you know what? That's what we do with stick shift, because Mike was out of CO2 and Tim was like, hey, I got a whole nother bottle or whatever. So while they were setting up the finals in the other classes, we decided to make another hit on the track. Thanks to Chris Lane for the video. I didn't realize the car was broken until I got it home. So this pass was a little dangerous. You can see it was bouncing pretty good, and you can tell in the 60-foot something was wrong for sure. All right, so we just put the car back in the box. Mike Niehaus went down, just broke the beams. Now he's in the finals against Mike McCoy. Got Mike and Mike in the finals. Twin turbo small block forward.
Yeah.
I saw that. Come
Small
on.
block forward.
Twin turbo 331.
Right on.
So after a little bit of negotiation on lane and money, this was set to be a killer final. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. Prior to the finals, there was a car went down right lane and oiled the whole track. Enough to where they actually had to call the race. Especially with all the money that was involved, they just decided to go ahead and split things. So big shout to Mike McCoy and Mike Niehaus. Worked hard to get to the finals. Proven H-pattern, fast, small tire cars. They both walked away with a stack of money, a Wally, and some certificates. This is stick shift shit with stick shift friends at its best. Sometimes you gotta love the class and the sport more than you love winning, and that's what we had to do today. But today, it was all about those guys. Good job, fellas. I do want to apologize to all the other gear bangers. I didn't get a chance to get a lot of film on the whole class, but maybe we can change that in the future. So this is one of our members, Jesse Workman's. So you bought this car for $1,000, brought it down here to watch us race here. Super appreciated. He ended up buffing the car. Our car sat for a long time. This is what I'm talking about, getting shit off the jack stands when I talk about it. What's your plans with it?
I just put it together at a piece at a time here, just kind of build it up to what I want it to be, just to get out and have some fun, you know?
That's right. That's right. It ain't got to be the fastest. It ain't got to be the best. You're right.
That's what it's all about.
I appreciate you guys coming down and showing me your project here.
Yeah, it's
Hell
nice
yeah.
to get out here and actually watch you run in person.
I appreciate that. So you drove it here an hour. How'd that drive?
Better than what it did.
That sounds good, brother. Some revs. That almost sounds like Mac mufflers, to be honest with you. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I got for the video. Made a handful of passes. If I'm being honest, I'm pretty proud of the car. Went 580s, 120, 123 miles an hour. We didn't really turn it up, so there's definitely room to grow there. I don't know if this power plant's going to stay in this car this year coming up, as we're going to be switching some things up quite a bit for 2025. So stay tuned for that. And a big shout to Bill Hoskinson at Old Man's Garage for putting on one hell of a show. Biggest event I think I've been to date for 2024. If you enjoy this sort of content, consider subscribing if you haven't already. Check out that join button, become a member of the channel, get exclusive content to the channel. We got some merch at neomustangs.com. Go support the channel, get a t-shirt, get a hat. I appreciate everybody who's done that. But outside of that, I just appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next video.